Hello, this is Pintun from Odishatv, bringing you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. Boat carrying 29 persons capsizes in Chilka this morning. 4 persons, including a child, dies in the incident. 22 passengers rescued so far. 195 apartments will be destroyed in Bhubaneswar for flouting BDA guidelines, informs State Housing and Urban Development Minister in the Assembly. Biju Patnaik Rural Hockey Championship kicks off at Rourkela. 1,500 teams and 22,000 players taking part. Odisha government confirms acute shortage of ₹100 and ₹500 currency notes in the state. Claims RBI has note stock only for 4 to 5 days. And private schools in the state cry foul over non-reimbursement of RTE fees after the School and Mass Education Department threatens action under the Act. Now the details. In a tragic incident, 4 persons, including a child, died and 7 persons went missing when a boat in which they were travelling capsized in Chilka Lake this morning. Reports said 29 members of a family and its relatives and friends of Sabulia village were on the way to Ghantashila inside the lake for a picnic when the boatman lost control of the overloaded boat which capsized. Hearing the cry, some local fishermen fishing inside the lake rushed to the spot and rescued 22 passengers. Following information, the district administration rushed a fire brigade team to the spot for rescue operation. Besides, 3 108 ambulance vans and 1 102 ambulance van rushed to the spot. Out of 22 rescued passengers, 11 were admitted to MKCG Medical College and Hospital in Berhampur, while 2 others were admitted to government hospitals at Rambha and Kalikot. Sources in the locality said the ill-fated boat had a maximum capacity to ferry 10 to 12 passengers. Meanwhile, expressing profound grief over the death of 3 passengers in the tragic incident, Chief Minister Navin Patnaik announced ex gratia of ₹4 lakh to each family of the deceased. As many as 195 illegal apartments will be destroyed in the capital city of Bhubaneswar, informed Housing and Urban Development Minister Puspendra Singh Dev in the Assembly on Friday. While furnishing a written reply to the question of MLA Chandrasekhar Majhi, Singh Dev noted there are 1,415 apartments and high-rises which have been approved by the Bhubaneswar Development Authority in the Bhubaneswar municipality area. However, the BDA is yet to ascertain the occupancy strength of these approved apartments. Out of these apartments, BDA has identified 583 apartments to have been constructed illegally. Cases have been filed against these apartments under Section 91(1) of the Odisha Development Authority Act 1982, and directions have been issued to demolish 195 such apartments. The Biju Patnaik Rural Hockey Championship kicked off at the hockey stadium in Rourkela on Saturday with chief guest Vice President Hamid Ansari inaugurating the tournament organized by the foundation of former Hockey India captain and BJD MP Dilip Teki. The tournament is going to be the biggest sports event in the state so far and likely to find place in the Guinness Book of World Records. Around 1,500 teams comprising 22,000 players from Odisha, Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand are expected to participate in the event. Chief Minister Navin Patnaik and Union Minister Jewel Oram also attended the tournament that's aimed to encouraging rural youth towards the sport and inspiring youth living in the bordering and Maoist-afflicted areas to pick up the hockey sticks instead of guns. There will be 30 venues in the 3 states for the tournament. The finals will be played in March, said Teki. While the members of both the opposition and Treasury bench expressing concern in the Assembly over the difficulties faced by the people due to demonetization, the Odisha government on Friday said there was acute shortage of ₹100 and ₹500 currency notes in the state. There is acute shortage of ₹100 and ₹500 currency notes in the state. The RBI also didn't have enough money for distribution among banks. The RBI has note stock only for 4 to 5 days. Finance Minister Pradeep Kumar Amath said in a statement in the Assembly. Amat gave the statement in the House after both the opposition and Treasury bench members wanted to know from the government on the steps it has taken to ease people's difficulties after demonetization. Stating that the banks in the state get currency notes 1/3 of their requirement, Amat said farmers were unable to get required cash for their rabi cultivation. The primary agricultural cooperative societies and district central cooperative banks are not allowed to exchange old notes, leading to miseries for the farmers, Amat said.
100 टंकिया एवं 500 टंकिया नोट रो घोर अभाव रही। रिजर्व बैंक निकट में मात्र 4-5 दिन बंटन निमते टंका गच्छित अच्छी। जनसाधारण नगद कारबार बदल में डिजिटल पेमेंट व्यवस्था आपणे पारुना। डिजिटल पेमेंट रो भित्तिभूमि और जनसाधारण मध्य अवगति एवं सुधा दुर्बल रही।
A day after the School and Mass Education Department threatened to take action against majority of private schools in the state for flouting Right to Education Act, the school authorities have accused the former for not releasing fees of students admitted in respective schools under the Act. The Act mandates reservation of a minimum 25% seats to provide free education to economically weaker sections of the society. On Thursday, School and Mass Education Minister Devi Prasad Mishra informed Assembly as many as 212 private schools in the state have flouted RTE guidelines. Later, he said so-cause notice will be sent to these schools asking why action will not be taken against them for violating the RTE Act.
विश्व कार्यानुष्ठान हम तांको नोटिस दे जाई छी तांको काहे की करा जाउनी बोली से रेक्टिफाई जदि निजुको करिवे एवं सेठी एप्रोप्रिएट अथॉरिटी अनुसार एवं एप्रोप्रिएट एक्ट अनुसार से माने निश्चय दंडनीय
ए डिसीजन टा निया हेतला सेतले कोहा हेतला जो पिला हमें एडमिशन करिबु तांकर फीटा गवर्नमेंट विल बेयर द कॉस्ट दे विल रिइंबर्स किंतु प्रथम वर्ष आमे देखलु रिइंबर्स हैला नै द्वितीय वर्ष भी हेइनी या नुहे जे आमे बसितुलु आमे भी चिट्ठी लेखि के देइचु
3 persons of a family, including 2 women and a minor boy, were killed in a landslide in Barandipara village under Jharigaon block of Nabrangpur district on Friday. Reports said 3 more persons were also injured in the incident. The deceased have been identified as 15-year-old Chand Gowda and his 2 sisters-in-law. According to police sources, the incident occurred when Gowda and 10 other women were collecting red soil from a hillock near the village. A landslide was triggered while they were digging for soil. Fire officials along with the locals recovered the dead bodies after digging the soil. The 3 injured persons were shifted to Jhariga Community Health Center, out of which one has been shifted to the Nabrangpur District Headquarters Hospital as his condition deteriorated. In a daring broad daylight burglary, valuables worth lakhs of rupees were stolen from a hostel of International Institute of Information Technology located at Gothapatna on the outskirts of Bhubaneswar. According to sources, some unidentified looters stole laptops, mobile phones, iPads, hard disks and 5 iPhones from a hostel allotted to the first-year students of the Premier Educational Institute. The incident took place between 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. yesterday while the inmates of the hostel had gone to the college to appear the semester examination. A complaint in this regard has been lodged with Chandaka police station, sources added. Police has started an investigation into the matter. An Odia plumber boy has been arrested for allegedly murdering his live-in partner of 8 years in southeast Delhi and then hacking the body into 2 parts and dumping them in separate places as he suspected her of being unfaithful to him. The accused, Balram Prusti, a resident of Pattamud area in Kendrapara district, was apprehended from Ashtakunj Park on a tip-off on Wednesday. On the intervening night of December 1 and 2, Balram had an altercation with Anarkali 43, following which he hit her with a heavy hammer on her head and back. He then cut her body into 2 parts. He threw away part in a nearby nala or drainage and disposed the other part of the body somewhere else in the area. A PCR call was received in the morning of December 3 about a body without legs dumped in a nala at Captain Gaud Marg. The following day, another call was received about the remaining parts of the body found lying in a nala in Srinivasapuri. Before wrapping up, the news headlines once again. Boat carrying 29 persons capsized in Chilka this morning. 4 persons, including a child, dies in the incident. 22 passengers rescued so far. 195 apartments will be destroyed in Bhubaneswar for flouting BDA guidelines, informs State Housing and Urban Development Minister in the Assembly. Biju Patnaik Rural Hockey Championship kicks off at Rourkela. 1,500 teams and 22,000 players taking part. Odisha government confirms acute shortage of ₹100 and ₹500 currency notes in the state. Claims RBI has note stock only for 4 to 5 days. And private schools in the state cry foul over non-reimbursement of RTE fees after the School and Mass Education Department threatens action under the Act. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.